#1, though, so we should be able to go into that right about now. That was a little bit late, but okay. Thijs on the Warlock and Ant on the Mage. It is going to be the aggro/burn Mage, whatever you want to call it. So he's off to an okay start, because what I will say against this Warlock is Warlock normally beats aggro with the Void Lords, right? And just a lot of healing. So at least the Void Lords aren't normally a massive issue, because a lot of the times this Mage just ends up saying, okay, well, I've drawn enough spells with the Luneth to I can just actually kill you.
Yeah. But compared to the other aggressive decks, the Secret Mage is very unique because you have so much burn.
Yes.
And as soon as you draw the Aluneth weapon, everything changes. Like, I really want to see how Thijs handles that situation if he has to face this legendary weapon, because it's that powerful.
Yeah, it's burn that taunts can't do anything about as well. So the Warlock still has a good shot. It's got a lot of healing in the deck. Obviously, the Spellstone and Dark Pact are some pretty strong tools, actually.
Yeah, I still wonder... we're still very early in the meta at the moment with the expansion, and you know Kung Fu Kobold, whatever it's called, the one that's doing the crane kick.
Yeah,
like I think that card's gonna find its place
maybe
at some point, because a 3/6 that makes your hero untargetable.
Yeah,
that means someone's got to soak 6 damage or removal into that card before they can do anything to face. So I think that's we might see that at some point, not yet, of course. As that is now a 2-mana explosive runes to deal 6. We'll be 0 with the current Tor Mage anyway, so the Apprentice kind of just there for show at this moment in time.
What is very interesting also is how different people's opinions are about matchups in general. Like, I can see Ant thinking like, Burn Mage is favorite versus Control Lock, but Thijs on the other hand would be like, no way, like Control Lock.
Well, we're at that strange point at the start of an expansion where people kind of know what's good, but they don't really know the matchups perfectly, which is why in the bans, you just find people without a real strategy. They just ban what the best deck is or what the best class is at the moment, which is why we're seeing them change over time.
Hellfire there is going to be nice as well. Buffing the Spellstone in Thijs' hand means that you can go into Spellstone next turn if he really wants. It will do 5 as well, so it's not only a nice removal tool, but a nice self-heal. Because I think Thijs will just pretty much just want to say, I need to survive X turns till I can get enough stuff on the board to actually just kill Ant. But that is definitely scary. Although Ant does have a pretty slow hand now with the double flame, Filance Portal, sorry.
Yeah, but he has like the draw of the Archaeologist, he had the Kirintor Mage, it's kind of what you are looking for. Yes, the Filance Portal are a bit clunky, but...
Well, this still feels nice with Archaeologist ping, Secret, Kirintor ping. You've got at least 2 turns set up. Mainly just the turn 6, but with how low curve this deck is, in 2 draws, you're probably going to draw something to play the turn after.
And Thijs' hand is like very like slow and just a bunch of removal plays, but he can just easily pick up something. Like if he has the, I don't know what the 1-mana spell is called that kills your own lackey. That changes everything. Yeah, the Dark Pact changes literally everything.
Yeah, one of the strongest tools in the Warlock deck, as I was saying earlier.
Do we have a Spectator? Oh, no. Okay, I was just double checking.
Just taking it
Just a slow play.
Yeah, there is a Spectator bug. Can you just refresh on your side, Gara? Yeah, because I was going to say Thijs is on 3 mana, and I'm like, wait, that's not how the game works.
It is if you're against a Druid.
Maybe. But on this side, at least, as we can still see the Ant side of the board, so the main side, at least for our spectating view, has got this secret down as well. Blacky, not too much of a true surprise then. That's just going to summon a Void Lord straight off the back for explosive.
That is one heck of an interaction.
And that was very powerful.
Yep, well, Ant is not going to be going face with minions anymore. It does seem to be all on the spells, unless he can get a polymorph from a glyph or something. But by then, there's probably another Void Lord on the board anyway.
So is it too early? I mean, you expect the Warlock just to have like a ton of healing.
I think you'd expect them to have like, I mean, the Spellstone was it used? It was used.
It was, yeah.
So there's 1 heal. Maybe you expect them to have maybe 1 more in the next turn or so, roughly.
Yeah.
So can you go? You do have 2 Filans, but what I'm thinking about is, do you ever consider trying to kill this Void Lord because you have 2 Filans that generate minions? Because otherwise these are 7 mana deal 5.
It takes such a long time though.
But look at your hand, right? You have 1 like super cheap 5/5, and then 2 of your other cards generate big minions as well. If they never attack all game, then almost like, I would say 2 cards out of your 4 are kind of dead.
So you're considering fireballing the minion then and making the trade there and then setting up for the Firelands to start?
Maybe not necessarily this turn, but I think you might have to consider going through the Void Lord. Because if not, like, this Crystal Weaver does nothing then if you never plan on killing the minions.
Siphon Soul is a card that does help Thijs out a little bit more, though. Getting rid of that 5/5 will just make it impossible for Ant to get through this Void Lord, and also heals him up for another 3.
Also, another thing is, Ant, I'm pretty sure he did some scouting on Thijs. Thijs is not playing the cube list, and the cube list has way more healing than the normal Resolve Control Warlock list. He probably doesn't play the Scarabs.
And Dark Pact as well.
And no Dark Pact. And there's like a lot of healing that is missing. So I'm pretty sure because of that, he will not try to kill the Warlord and just go for phase. It just takes too many resources to kill this guy.
Oh, speaking of resources, though, that is one that draws you your whole deck.
Ooh, this changes a lot.
You have to equip it, right?
Like, if you trade the 5/5 into the Void Lord, there's so little pressure on the board, I think he will just silence Portal Phase. No, he will not equip it this turn. Like, he has, like, already so much mana to spend. Like, he has to go for a burn plan. Like, there's no point in equipping it this turn.
I mean, it draws you burn, though.
Does he want the slow turn now or the slow turn later? That's the question. Like Gara said, there are 3 big juicy burn spells already in the hand. Ant's next 2 turns are probably just Violence Portal, Portal. So maybe there's just no need to play the Aluneth yet.
And he will draw 2 other cards while he Violence Portals.
Oh, he's going to go with the minion, though. Going to stick with Raven's plan A.
Interesting. Maybe, yeah, so he's thinking, there's no point in just going face if my opponent has so much healing.
Also, as well, edging towards the Gul'dan turn.
Also, like, Violence Portal is an excellent control card for the board because you kill something and you get something on the board. This buys him also so much more time to burn his opponent because he's going for the board.
Yeah, it's not necessarily trying to kill your opponent in 4 turns or, like early on. It's just you have to just guarantee the kill on your opponent more than anything. Because one thing that this Warlock deck does, it doesn't really put out any pressure at all. Like, going into turn 8, there's 4 power on the board for Thijs. It's not really the scariest thing. Even if, a Void Lord comes down, oh no, there's, 7 power.
Yeah.
How will I survive?
It's true. Like, Ant has time. It's just, does he have the enough burn in his deck to actually finish the job?
It's actually so funny to draw the Direhorn immediately.
Casual 5-mana warrior 6/9 in the deck. Okay. All right.
And this Corridor Creeper will be cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, Ant can get some good tempo going on over the next few turns. He's got the Lackey, the Secret.
Corridor cheaper. Oh, that Mistress is actually pretty big. Because the problem with Thijs' hand at the moment is he has the Lackey, which is fine, summons the Void Lord, but the rest of his hand doesn't do much yet because he's got the board, so he probably doesn't want to twist in. Same with Defile, and if he plays the Librarian, then he's actually drawing a card, but doing 2 to himself, which you really have to keep an eye on your health total against this mage list.
This is now getting interesting, right? Because now, maybe Thijs was favored before the Aluneth, but now he really has to evaluate his game plan. Like, how is he going to approach this? Because the Ant will most likely draw his entire deck.
He's going to go for the Librarian.
Like, he literally has to beat the entire mage deck with 15 cards or so.
There's no more demons to draw, right?
Yeah, in his list, not really, yeah.
So
only
is Thijs just going to try and now sort of become the aggressor and kill Ant before he can actually burn him down?
I think he's trying to set up Void Lord into Gul'dan and then out-heal with the Gul'dan. And that should actually be enough in most cases. But
we might just kill him, though, by then, right? In terms of Thijs might kill Ant by then.
Yeah, he has still such a relatively weak board, right?
Oh, yeah, but if he goes Void Lord next turn and say things get cleaned up, then he just plays Gul'dan. After that, he has 3 damage per turn from hero power, and he has, 6?
He's
he
definitely...
probably has, 10 power, 11 power on the board? That's quite a lot, considering Ant's only on 21.
Yeah, one way or another, this game is not going to go on for much longer. It depends if Thijs can sort of just get over the health threshold where he's not under any threat from Ant's burn.
What's kind of funny here is you might think, oh, well, if the Lackey doesn't pull anything, why even really play it? Ant doesn't know it's not going to pull anything. That's the tricky part here.
Yeah, that's true.
Because for all Ant knows is that Lackey's going to kill him.
Oh, he's
going to pull a Void Lord. Ant's just come in now. He's putting the foot on the gas.
Even with the Mistress on board, it's it's time to go face. With this Direhorn Matriarch, I think it was kind of reasonable to you know, start clearing the board and make the corridor creeper cheaper.
Look at that power, though. There's Fireball, Glyph. Maybe not in that necessary order, but that's a lot of burn in hand now with those double Fireballs. Actually insane.
I also think that Ant wasn't playing Ice Block. That makes a big difference for this game plan.
Definitely limits the clock.
Oh yeah, I mean, without this Mistress of Mixtures, that was just lethal setup.
Still might be. Oh wait.
No.
You can't get fireballs. Oh yeah, if he gets Fireball off.
No, because he's then used 2 mana already.
What about Frostbolt?
Frostbolt is 15 damage.
Yeah, just show. Very close though.
It might come down to the Glyph.
Yeah. Over the next 2 turns, and seems to have this.
I mean, he can go double Fireball Glyph, right? Mm-hmm. And then he would...
Pyroblast would be good. I think a Fireball would probably be good enough as well.
The weird thing here is Runes doesn't do anything the rest of this game.
He would overdraw 1 card, but it doesn't matter.
You don't care, right?
No, I don't think so. Okay, Gul'dan will heal for 5.
He's 2 off
That's
lethal.
really good.
He's
Like,
2 off
Frostbolt is
lethal
the
now.
nuts.
Yeah, he has to take Frostbolt.
Like, Frostbolt is exactly what he wanted from this Glyph.
It's 4 damage as well, right? Because you can ping for the cost that the Frostbolt would be worth.
Well, if he's playing Fireball fight, yeah, next turn it's 4 damage.
Because he also doesn't overdraw, and he will draw like 2
Yeah.
Frostbolts.
But I also don't think he double Fireballs this turn.
I think he does.
You don't want to just ping?
No. Because you draw 3 cards. I don't know. I think it's...
You can still add it to your hand.
He's got to play at least 1, right?
I like holding a Fireball.
Oh, wow, okay. He's just going to go
But-
with a big board.
That's not in line with how he played the previous turn. Like, he went for a burn plan. Like, he had way better clears last turn. He went for a burn
Is
plan.
he...
The weapon
hang
has
on.
attack.
Is he wanting Thijs to think he can play a minion into Runes?
I mean, his board is very strong, right? And the board clear is either Defile or Twisting Nether, right? So he has to kill his own board, Thijs, that is, if he wants to clear his board.
I just think...
And he's not playing Gul'dan as well.
Ant might be thinking if he plays now and plays into Runes, Runes does the extra damage that Fireball, Frostbolt, Ping will do to get lethal. It's kind of like the Freeze Mage thing, right? Where you hold on to a big burst and or try and make someone think they're safe because you've not burnt them after the aggressive push and you've gone minions. Thijs might think he's a little bit safer than he is. Probably not, because Aluneth's down, so you've got to presume they're going to draw tons of burn. But still, this is 15, 16 damage next turn if he wants it. So if that Glyph does 1 damage and Thijs doesn't heal, I think that's what Ant's setting up. If Thijs plays any minion, he wins.
Another thing
Ant
is he can get Polymorph from the Glyph, which would also be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He just polymorphs. This is how he actually won in the group phase. He got the polymorph from the Glyph, and then he had the board like this. Then he got through.
He's not going to get 2
But-
polymorphs, though, from 1 Glyph.
Yeah, but this is just, it's just too much.
1 damage got through on the runes.
Well, he could still Glyph into Nova, right? If he glyphs into Nova, plays the Worm trade, the board doesn't really matter, but it gives him time to draw more burn.
Yeah, getting rid of this board doesn't seem to make a difference. Ice Block probably does the same thing as Glyph now. As Frost Nova now, I mean.
It's so funny to see the weapon with 2 attacks.
With 2 attack, yeah. All right.
Oh, lol,
Take
Dragonfire Fury. Just clear the board.
Wait, is that ever worth considering?
No. He doesn't have any cards, unless he runs Pyro.
Oh, sure. Okay.
2 Fylons have already gone, so
That would be-
you're gonna Dragon's Fury for like,
Oh!
There's Pyroblast, all right.
Lethal. Does he see you? I mean, he has to pick it no matter what.
So he has 15 damage total available to him this turn with a double Fireball and the Frostbolt.
Wait, does he?
He has to also not die.
Well, you can do that easily with the minions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not under a lot of damage pressure on the board because he has this board full of minions.
Yeah.
And he's still got 15 damage next turn. Well, 16 with the ping as well. But Thijs can play
And he's
Mistress of
drawing
Mixtures and suck
A
it.
Frostbolt. It was like almost a guaranteed Frostbolt draw.
All right, yeah.
Got let's just
So that's 18 damage available.
3
to him.
cards left, so a Luneth will
And-
overdraw for 1 next turn.
And it was 2, and then there were 2 Frostbolts left, right?
Yes, there's still 1 more.
Yeah, so it was like...
Well,
A very good setup by Ant.
The game is over now because the best thing Thijs can do is play the Mistress and use the hero power on it. That heals for 7, but that puts his life total up to 18. And
No, he can Spellstone.
He can Spellstone the
He's got
Mistress and
Spellstone.
hero power.
Ah, that's 3 more.
That's a lot of healing.
Didn't even see it drawn that.
That's 10 healing.
But the problem is, it's still not a lot of pressure on the board, and Ant can still just Fireball, Frostbolt, and then draw the Frostbolt afterwards as well.
He's also got Medivh's Valet,
But,
which is
but
3
the
more
hero
damage.
power counters the Frostbolt, long-term wise.
There's Medivh's Valet as well, though. He can play
Yeah,
with the
but
counter
he
spell.
will die. He's at 9.
Well, he won't, because he can just trade them.
Yeah, he
trade
has
the
to
minions
clear
off.
enough as well.
But he's not planning on using the minions, right? To kill him. The minions are there just to keep the board down. So he's not getting through these anyway.
Oh, wait, he's
Wait,
not
wait.
sacrificing Mistress?
Yeah,
No,
so
he's going to defile. Wait,
But he's
wait.
still
Without
dead.
Mistress.
He's not played the
Whoa,
Mistress.
why wouldn't you have played Mistress?
He's not playing around the Frostbolt from the...
Well, to be fair, Frostbolt from Glyph isn't
Yes.
like 100%. scenario.
Usually it's 15 damage most you can do.
This is 18 damage in the hand.
Usually,
Yeah, but if he's playing Mistress this turn, why wouldn't you just heal? If he said, I don't want to play Mistress because I want the lethal setup, then fine, but I don't know.
because he thinks he can't die. The max damage should be 15.
But-
he thinks he can't die, then he can next turn ping off the Mistress.
Ultimately, it came down to the fact there was a primordial Glyph card in the hand, which
And
was
also,
discounted.
he was setting up lethal with the Mistress on board because he was on 9 and he had, with the Mistress,
Yeah.
enough damage to kill him. And if... So first of all, he thought he can't die. 15 damage is most, double Fireball Frostbolt. And if Mistress has to die next turn, he can just hero power it himself. And he's setting up lethal. I think Thijs did this fine.
I don't know. I think there's a Glyph card there.
But you only die to Frostbolt from Glyph, right?
It's true.
Or you could just never die.
Or you could
could
just never
never
die,
die next turn.
which is an equally valid point. And the longer that game goes on, the more favoured Thijs gets.
Could he never
loses
die?
the late
Well,
game.
the thing is as well, Ant overdraws, goes into fatigue the turn after.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Ant has 1 turn to kill Thijs, and if he doesn't, Aluneth kills himself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the Mistress there just because it means you
Yeah,
you
I know.
never get killed, but...
I'm just saying what Thijs was thinking.
Oh yeah.
Like he's setting up lethal, he
Yeah,
thought he
yeah.
can't die. It looked good, right? But
Ant has Mana Worm in his opening hand. That's a good start, right?
that was such an important win for Ant though, because like Thijs himself was very confident about his Warlock. He said like it's his best deck. He's very confident with the deck, and that being gone is like such a big deal.
It's just huge in any sort of lineup, right? If
Yeah.
you lose a favored matchup, you are dramatically more unfavored to win the match.
On top of the fact it's last hero standing, and it's now Thijs that's on the back foot. He had to counter Q first, which means Ant gets to counter Q last if they trade wins.
This is, by the way, another very interesting matchup where people have very split opinions about it. A lot of people think the Rogue is favored, and a lot of people think the Mage is favored. What do you guys think?
I definitely like the Mage typically against Rogues. I know that Thijs has queued the Rogue into the Mage, which means he obviously thinks it's the deck with the best chance. But just the fact that Ant can just burn Thijs down and Thijs doesn't have any way of healing, if Ant can get to grips to this board, then he's just going to take this one.
I think this matchup really relies, as most of these mage matchups do, on Aluneth. Because if you get Aluneth, you plan against Rogue is very straightforward. You can be like, well, I'm going to draw burn so I can set up potential kill turns. Whereas if you don't, you're just as likely to run out of resources as the Rogue is actually at this point. So
It's that, and also how much early chip damage Ant can deal. Because obviously he needs to take care of Thijs' minions, make sure he doesn't die. But if he could get that Mana Worm to stick and start chipping away with the Arcanologist, that obviously helps him get to his win condition much faster.
So the argument from the Mage players is that Rogue is very bad versus burn. Then you can just burn them down, right? And the argument from the Rogue players is that Rogue is way better at controlling the board early to seize board control. And they think that both players rely on having the board control early. So
it depends on the build as well, right? Because some of the burn mages are running
Oh,
Beast Novas.
look at that.
wow,
3 mana 2/2 from Thijs.
tempo Edwin. You don't see that very often.
No.
You did just see Ant ping the 2-1 though on his turn 2, so
Yeah.
you got to presume this is either going to be a ping again or the Edwin lives. And you know what? What's better in a race situation? 2 damage a turn or just 0 damage because you didn't play it?
Yeah, also he has Deliro in hand, right? So Thijs really like wants to go long-term wise for a burn plan.
Yeah, and I think more importantly as well, look at Thijs' hand. When is this Edwin ever getting played?
No,
It's not getting played for a very long time.
I think it'll be quite funny if he plays Tempo Elven Minstrel as well. Just 4 mana 3/2.
4 mana Raptor.
Then
Get him.
Turn 5 mana 3/4 on board. You know, like just all of these combo cards.
Okay, if he draws like a Scalebane, it could happen. He just plays the...
Yeah.
That would be so funny.
Because the advantage here is Ant doesn't have a board yet. So if Ant uses removal on these minions, even though they're terrible minions for the mana cost without combo, then it's less removal that's going to face.
Yeah. Like another thing is for Thijs is on turn 3, the mage usually just plays a secret. It's like very awkward for the mage to remove this. Like they can't clear off this.
Elven Minstrel draw. I think we're going to see it. Well,
Yeah.
there's nothing else Thijs can do this turn.
Has to keep the pressure up.
Feels bad, man. It's not such a good...
This is a new Tavern Brawl. Just remove all combo effects from Rogue.
I still want to see the top deck Valspine, and I want to see that played next turn. That would be, just finish the perfect sequence of turns.
To be fair, depending on what this turn looks like from Ant, Thijs could have been considering just Leroy and then trading away the Whelps.
That ruins the fun.
3 mana 2/2 and
It doesn't matter now because he cleared, but
Yeah.
4 mana 3/2 in 2017.
That looks better. That looks like a much better play this turn to me.
Yeah,
still very slow though.
yeah.
Ant is just one secret proc away from a very powerful turn. Oh, well. yeah,
Oh,
so-
this is
we
really
go.
good.
Seems good.
So the coin probably gets used this turn, right? Coin out the second secret.
Yeah.
Or no, he's just going to ping. Okay, save the coin for violence.
So he
Awesome.
wants to finance.
Means that Ant can almost certainly deal with whatever the setup is for a bone mare,
Oh,
for example.
God.
You got to feel sorry for Thijs this time.
Thijs-
What is going on with this?
Thijs draw is so...
I mean, it's kind of funny though.
Oh, it's very fun.
Like, you got to feel sorry for someone, but it is just kind of funny watching one of the most powerful decks in the format at the moment just draw bad cards just every turn.
I like play all these combo cards in
Combo
their
list.
original form. Yeah.
7 mana 5/5.
Corridor Griffins and 7 mana.
Well, he had an equally bad draw against Nicolena in the game yesterday, but the thing is, on turn 5, it fixed himself because he had nothing to play in the first 4 turns, but then he drew Scalebane, and then, suddenly he could start playing stuff. But this is just appalling.
I was pretty sure he would go for the Leroy just to reduce the Corridor Creeper.
Yeah, puts the little whelpy whelps on the board.
Wow. 5 mana, deal 4 damage to your own face, and summon 2 1/1 whelps for your opponent.
It's a good turn.
Yeah.
And remove a secret, to be fair.
And remove a secret. Can't forget that part. Yeah.
The Corridor Creeper synergy card.
Now this is good. Now, if he wants to, or when he wants to, Ant can drop 2 secrets and play the Cabal Crystal Runner immediately. But sticking with the plan, going to play Firelands Portal.
You have to play around Bone Mare. It's like Dr. 7, as you
Ooh.
said.
He just wants the minions, right, on board.
Yeah, but Dr. 7 is something you have to respect.
And there are 2 Dr. 7s in at Thijs' hand.
Finally a decent turn. But this poisonous guy is so good.
Oh, look, 1 mana cards. Oh,
And another
and another Corridor Creeper.
So does
This is really bad for Thijs.
yeah, because now there's just a lot of damage. And with, say, Counterspell, if he goes Counterspell, Rune... and
I also like this
plays
poisonous guy is
Crystal,
so good.
That's it. He can get a good trade into the 3/2, leave the 5/5 up if he wants.
I like this as well. Like, Ant can pretty much take this turn wherever he wants. He can start slamming Burn into Thijs' face, or he can just...
No, this is really nice because the
Yeah.
ruins, like Rogue plays like 3 spells, 4 spells or something, right? So
Yep.
they're playing minions every single turn. So the runes does damage. The runes kills the bone mare that you're expecting,
Yep.
and you poison. Then if bone mare comes down, almost certainly, unless a Patches comes out with the dagger,
Yep.
kills the bone mare target, and then you just kill them.
Patches has to be likely this turn, though. If you're sitting in Ant's position, we haven't seen it yet. And we haven't seen it yet, have we?
No,
But
No, okay, we haven't seen it yet. And,
this is 5 damage.
yeah.
oh, man.
5 Damahe to the face.
Oh, we had seen it.
Wait, when did we see Patches?
Oh, Sassy Deckhand, turn 1, right.
Oh yeah, he turned 1 deckhand, right? Because he pinged it off. Yeah, yeah.
That was actually a big ordering mistake.
Yeah, he needed to use the bone mare to soak the
Yeah.
damage, right?
Yeah. And then kill the guy with the patches.
Yeah.
Like at this point, Thijs only loses to Burn.
Shake of the head from Thijs there. I think he just knows he cannot catch up with this kind of damage.
Even the Seeker can't even fake the ice block. Ty's going to concede.
Just a nod
Right
there
there.
for man. This is huge as well. When you have a deck like this Burn Mage, one, just winning against Warlock was massive, and then having, let's be honest, almost a free win versus Rogue, because Thijs could do nothing that game, other than the end with the Bowmare turn, which really wouldn't have changed the outcome anyway, to be honest. Like, Thijs could do nothing, so Ants won an extremely difficult matchup, and then has taken almost a free win. So he still has all 3 decks to play, and Thijs has to reverse sweep with this Druid. And Druid's been impressing me and been doing some work.
Yeah, Druid can...
But that is an Alneth in open hand. And let's see if Ant goes to the school of Orange.
He's thinking
Orange believes you keep Alneth in every single matchup, no matter what, in your opening hand. You keep it every single
against
matchup.
aggro?
Every single matchup.
Well, in this matchup, come on, you're against a big
against
Druid.
Yeah, but I'm saying Orange every single matchup. Doesn't matter what you're against, Alneth, keep.
Yeah, I'm just saying regardless of that. But Ant throws it away against big Druid?
All of
What?
it. He threw all of it away.
I was saying, regardless of what Orange says, Ant keeps this 100% of the time, and then he threw it.
He ended up with a good hand, but you know what's a better hand? Just drawing 3 cards a turn.
Dude, he will just get it on turn 6. Don't worry about it.
I mean, that's normally the plan.
That's Orange's other school.
And we have the new tech, the new meta card, Drakari Enchanter.
It's strong when it works. It was devastating against Nicolena yesterday.
To be fair, Alonef is very slow against Big Druid. Big Druid is way faster than you might think.
It's too fast, in my opinion.
They go ramp into quadruple ramp, and...
Ooh. Yeah, you're right. Ant ended up with a good hand.
Okay, so Kirin Torrent to counterspell, right?
Like, the thing is, you don't need Alonef to win games. It's just, when you draw it in the right time, it's like the nuts.
Well, it just solves one of this type of deck's weaknesses, which is just running out of steam. With LNF, you never run out of steam.
This counterspell's huge as well.
Yeah.
It just blocks out Nourish. Not that Thijs has Nourish, but this is just such a good turn to drop counter.
But also Spike Ridge Steed. It's just...
Spike Ridge Steed? Spreading play.
Spreading
that one.
I was like, well...
Hey, it would also block Spike Ridge
Counterspell does block Spike Ridge Steed,
Spike Ridge Steed. Thijs' class also blocks Spike Ridge Steed, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
All right? Didn't say anything wrong.
I think Thijs is just going to get slaughtered.
You're casting, Gara. You always say something wrong about casting.
He can just counterspell again. You're not scared of anything on 7.
Monka is.
Counterspell coin ping. Looks okay.
Thijs played a lot of understated minions this series.
Because you're not afraid of... What? Are you afraid of any minions on 7?
Only Malfurion. Like you definitely.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like only Malfurion, in which counterspell is still fine because it's still there for the turn after. Yeah. I really like this.
I can't think of anything else this deck's running on turn 7.
Because you've got to imagine you've blocked like the Nourish that's there. You know, if that makes sense.
No,
so
it's like
just block it again.
It's usually Malfurion or like Innovate Lich King, which are like really bad.
And the Drakari Enchanter not doing all that much at the moment, just sitting there as a 1/5. So
On their way.
Happy to ignore that. No Dragon Hatcher coming down for the next couple turns.
Malfurion is huge stone, very important.
This next draw is even more important for Thijs because Thijs has nothing next turn that's even going to work. Spreading Plague won't go off because of the counterspell, and that's it. It's just hero power, if not.
Though Thijs' hero power is not bad right now. Gain 3 armor against this Burn Mage. If he can do that enough, he will eventually get out of range.
It's got to worry about gaining that 3 armor, though, because sometimes you have to just kill the minions, even against aggro.
Yeah.
Thijs will know this is explosive runes now, because, you know, like you guys said, I don't believe Ant is actually playing Iceblock. So, 2 counterspells already been used because there's 2 secrets active right now, and that is a whiff again. The problem as well is to proc the counterspell, he has to use Plague if he wants to do it this turn. But if he does, like Plague's actually good versus this mage list.
But he has to do it.
I think he does.
Like he has to spend the mana.
Because it limits his ultimate infestation later.
Yeah. Or Earthen Scales or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd rather have Spreading Plague counter than Earthen Scales. And next turn he pulls like it's a big dragon probably. He can get the Taunt Dragon. And if his Drakari Jabroni survives.
Drakari Jabroni.
Okay, I like it.
Then he pulls 2 dragons.
I wonder if in respect of that, now going into turn 9, Ant is going to try and kill this Drakari. Because that's one of the ways he can lose this game, right? If the dragon goes out of control and just kills him.
Missed 3 damage to the face.
I think you should consider it. Is a Frostbolt a cheap enough price to pay?
It's like another thing is, would Ant now play around the Dragon Hatcher by killing the 1/3?
No, it doesn't matter. He has runes.
The runes, yeah.
Kills Dragon Hatcher anyway.
Oh yeah, cool. That's really
that's just insane.
So just ignoring the Drakari is absolutely fine. Start by drawing cards, cool, and then...
Thijs has to play Ysera next turn. Oh my.
That's very cool.
And it was hoping for a secret there, I imagine. Though Medivh's Valet is looking pretty hot himself.
So Thijs has to go Ysera.
And that means no armor up this turn. Okay.
Oh, that's better, right?
That's so good.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
Thijs gonna drop your Ysera regardless.
I mean, because it would take 6 damage, right? The Primordial Drake is not very insane. If you have a 2 HP taunt. And he would just trade one of the 2/3s into it.
But this turn he takes 4 damage.
Yeah,
That's
but
the problem.
then he has a big taunt next turn.
Sure.
2 dreams.
Wait, is Thijs just ever going to just kun for 10?
He'll probably have to.
Yeah,
at
that's
some
actually
point.
so good.
If he can push Ant off of the board and gets the turn to do it, then yeah.
Yeah, but he can also dream the Kun later.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Wait. He can dream it twice because of Drakari.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just keeps dreaming. Just getting 10 armor every turn. I will transfer my mana to armor, thank you.
Yeah, it's really good. The dream was the best card probably he could have
Could
played.
play Kuhn, get his armor back, dream it back. Just like get his mana back, dream it back, play it again.
That's the dream.
That's the dream.
Hey. And this runes will, if Thijs does go for Kern, this runes will probably make him dream it regardless, right? Because it's just easily pingable.
Wow. He doesn't care.
Oh yeah,
But,
you don't, right? You end the game now.
Yeah,
If
but,
you're Ant.
yeah, but it's not gonna happen, bro.
I mean, he doesn't know he got double
Yeah.
dream in his gun in hand.
So Thijs can do a lot of interesting things.
Does any of them actually save him in the long run, though?
But he can just play, for instance, Primordial Drake, Hero Power, and use Dreams for taking out minions on the board and just
Yeah.
trade. Or he just goes like, for the Kun, 10 armor and trade. And use like another Dream, or like 1 Dream, depending on what you
Does Ysera always give 2 of the same card, or was that just a crazy coincidence that he got double dream?
Interesting is also which minions he chooses to...
And now he gets 2 Lich King cards as well.
2 Death Knight cards, yeah.
like he chose to dream the Arcanologist over the Medivh's Valet. Just to not take more damage, but he gives his opponent like a free secret draw.
There are none left though, right?
Dream!
Counterspell, right? There should be.
No,
Dream
he-
again!
He did it twice. He
Oh,
counterspelled the Wrath and the Spreading Plague. There's no secrets left. That's why he bounced it back.
Is
For 3
Dream
mana.
the only dream card now?
Wow, he got 2 dreams.
Yeah.
What the? This is like. So,
What the cheese?
What?
Well, at least we know it doesn't guarantee the same card.
That's like.
We know now thanks to the Lich King, but...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that Ant only runs 4 secrets.
And that Aluneth that Ant threw away in the mulligan.
The Drakari in China was
It'd
the
be pretty-
MVP. He was the MVP.
I wonder
Yeah.
whether he should have killed it early on.
New
He
meta.
could have.
New meta confirmed.
It's definitely a hard call, though, right? Putting a Frostbolt to that Drakarian China.
Yeah. We're just trading with the 2 minions he had. He's like, what's the worst that can happen? 2 dreams.
That's what.
Well, rest in pepperonis.
I think Thijs is in a comfortable enough position to kun for armor now. Right? Because he can just trade off the 4-3.
Or you play Kun and the opponent concedes. I like that line.
I mean, yeah, that works. Thijs might just be holding on here.
like, why play greedy at this point? Like, the mage will never outvalue you.
It's true.
I'm pretty sure if he coons now, there's no point for Ant to... Like, he looked to the left. He's like, really? Another dream? The third dream? Well, little does he
Wait
know.
for the fourth one.
Little does he know this.
This has to be confirmed.
It has to be, yeah, I agree.
There's some more.
Oh.
The dragons.
That's just greedy. It's just unnecessary, right? If you think about it.
It's greedy, but can Ant actually win this game?
Like, why?
Yeah, he can, if he gets the second fireball.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
no, he doesn't have the mana. He doesn't have the mana.
Yeah, but why give your opponent, like, any, like, 1% chance? If he coons, he wins 100%. Like,
Oh, no, he does have the mana because of Sorcerer's Apprentice. If he picks up Frostbite now, Fireball now, he wins.
Thijs is just
oh,
out
the
lethal.
punish. Wow, if he gets punished here, eh? Can he die to fireball from the...
Yeah, this could just be lethal. It would be
Yeah.
lethal. Fireball from the Glyph lethal right now.
Dude, he gave his opponent an out.
This is crazy.
Dude,
Here we go.
is that justice?
Oh,
Another
King
glyph?
Glyph again.
But Blizzard might be tempting here. It buys him an extra turn.
I think you can't. There's no way. Like, he loses to Earth and Scales, loses to just hero power.
Oh,
Right?
well, we can see, yeah, for
No,
sure.
because he can't Medivh Valet. Like, he doesn't have damage. The only damage he can get... Like, I mean, the burn he draws doesn't compensate the hero
Because
power
of the
from
armor,
druid.
yeah, from the hero power.
So,
So he has to just win immediately.
he has
Okay.
to win now. Like, this is the best he gets, 10%.
What Thijs was doing here on that previous turn, especially with Frostmourne in hand, he was just setting up the damage. Let's have a look. Is it going to be Fireball? Oh, that looked red.
No, it's
Oh,
not.
Mirror Entity.
No justice.
So now he just has to take the Frostbolt and just...
The Nova.
Frost Nova.
Yeah, the Nova, sorry.
I did see what Thijs was trying to do, though. He was saying, I'll make this
I mean-
play, and then next turn I win unless you kill me.
Yeah, but...
And he knew, did he know 2 of the cards in hand? He knew 2 of them, right? Because he was dreaming them back.
All right.
Yeah.
You know, one was the 4-3,
But
and I
he-
think he knew the 3-2.
Oh,
Well-
scales. So
Well-
now
I mean, that's just game.
Kun isn't even necessary now.
But now you can just go on Earthen Scales as well if you want. Just come for mana. I think it matters.
It's fine. I mean, Kun is now just 10 extra armor next turn. There's just no way Ant gets
I
there.
definitely want to see Thijs dream for like the 50th time in this.
Yeah.
There we go. Ant looks so he just cannot believe it. It's like, dream number 156.
Dream was definitely the best card that Thijs could have gotten from any of those Dream cards, though. Like, Yaseo Awakens would have been so painful.
Well, I think that on Nightmare, right? If he got like 4 Nightmares, he just OTKs it.
Oh, right.
You know,
okay.
like
That's
in
true,
that,
that's true.
but
If you got all
yes.
4 of them, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, but Dream, very, very good. Thijs does hold on. Goes 1-2 versus Ant now. Ant still has plenty of game left. But Thijs has to make this big druid work. But that was a bit of a nutty game, to be honest.
We've seen reverse sweeps in this tournament already. It's something that, again, it happens more now at the start of an expansion because people aren't completely confident about the matchups, and this kind of swingy series can happen.
What do you think about Jade Druid versus Big Druid, Gara?
Oh, yeah, I mean, Big Druid is favorite
Yeah.
a lot because it's so fast. And, yeah, if he overcomes the Rogue, he's suddenly in a favorable
Yep.
position. And then this is how the 3-0s happen.
Ultimately, though, if the Jade Druid gets the ramp and the Big Druid doesn't, then the Jade Druid still wins. We saw a game
Yeah.
yesterday, I believe, with Ray. No, Ray C was watching it. I don't remember who was playing, but we saw a game where the Jade Druid got all the ramp in the world, the Big Druid got nothing, and the Jade Druid just ended up destroying the Big Druid. But I agree, the Big Druid typically is a big favorite in that big matchup.
Easy. Okay, well, here we go. Ant off to a much better start than Thijs was in his road game. He's got a lot of stuff early on. Starfall, not amazing at all, but Thijs, no ramp. Does have the
ramp.
Raz to actually just try and negate some early aggression, maybe for the captain there, but he's just going to draw with the first one. Does need to just find that ramp. Does have the Spreading Plague, though, which is actually a pretty big deal. Even if it just buys him 1 turn. 1 turn is a long time when most of your minions in your deck that you can play are absolutely gigantic.
Decent hand, I would say. Nothing like too crazy. He has the Van Cleave, but he can't bump him up. Ooh.
Awkward call. Do you just Wrath?
Yeah, you Wrath next
Yeah.
turn. Bargrove Hero Power patches down. You only get kind of punished by second captain, but you get more punished
You
if you don't ref.
You get punished by a Nourish draw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Thijs is just wishing he had that wild growth last
But
turn.
now, if the opponent has a second captain, you
Oh,
kind of lose.
you're in trouble. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you lose the game because you didn't ref.
Tar Creep, a good pickup here, friend.
Mhm.
Mainly because it's a card that does not require a combo activator to work. You might just go for the SI anyway. It's more damage.
This was kind of like the life coach play. Life coach almost always went for the ramp over any other play. I think I've never seen him like not ramping when he had the ramp in hand. So that is awesome. Like he got rewarded for
Yep.
the wild growth. It was like an insane draw.
I guess that was another punish as well, right? You know, you had Jade Blossom or Nourish to pull if you wild growth that turn.
No.
Thijs is getting there now, though. He's got
Yep.
7 mana next turn. He can just drop Malfurion. Ant's turn isn't looking so good. Okay, 4 mana, 5/5. That's
Like he has all the
Okay.
defensive cards after the ramp. The Ultimate Infestation, Malfurion, Primordial Drake,
Now
and
that's
Spreading
good.
Clay.
10
And
ar-
cool.
10 armor. Great. Or realistically, in this scenario, it's going to be the body. And
Yeah, it'll
the
just
extra
be the
2 mana.
reverse swing with the current Ultimate Infestation combo.
Oof. Don't want to play Twig of the World Tree first, and then Medivh, Kun, Ultimate Infestation?
No.
So what is Ant looking for? Probably like a 1-drop next turn, just to get these Elven Minstrels out with value. Then pick up a Bone Mare, Wildspine Slayer.
Any combo activator, backstab would do.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Does Ant have to Starfoot one of these Scarabs this turn?
Pushes 3.
So bad, though.
Tar Creeper, Hero Power.
Togepi Hero Power seems like a better play, I think. Yeah. But the Starfall at least can be used, hopefully, to deal some damage to one of the larger minions later.
Yeah, just to try and get through it. Or it's actually, you know, relatively cheap way to get through the 5/5 from Ultimate Infestation. Obviously, we know Kun will be available as well. But normally, if you can just, you know, they pay 10 mana to do all the crazy stuff and make a 5/5. You play 5 mana to kill that 5/5 and then something else onto the board.
Would Ant have won the last game if he dealt with the Jakari Enchanter straight away?
I mean, he would have still gotten one dream. Was that enough? I don't know.
1 versus 4.
Finally an activator now, though, for these combo cards. Probably going to be the Minstrel, I imagine.
If he gets like 2 Wildspine Slayers. +20, +20 for 2 mana. Not too bad. It's a pretty good 2 mana card.
Patch is already gone, though. Also, it means that this deck hand and Bowmare can get some work done together if something happens to this board next turn.
Which it doesn't look like anything will happen to this board this turn. Unless Thijs had a second Primordial Drake. This board's sticking around for a while. Bowmare looking pretty strong and might just about be able to apply enough pressure to take Thijs down, but it's getting close again. This has been a pretty intense series.
Yeah, next turn the infamous Kun Ultimate Infestation Wombo combo. Which one do you buff?
Or is it a Starfall Dagger turn?
Oof.
Okay, yes.
I agree. Yeah, I think you just you just buff the Tar Creeper. It's already got taunt, so it doesn't give Thijs any more options. He can only choose to hit 1 minion.
And the trades just line up.
Yeah.
Too, so.
All right.
Oh, he has the Super Dragon.
That might be tempting this turn, actually, instead of Ultimate Infestation.
He's 2 Wombo combos.
Yeah, I don't know. Ultimate Infestation's a hell of a card.
Is it good?
It's pretty good.
Oh.
I mean, a dragon wouldn't have killed this Tar Creeper that's buffed and drawn 5 cards and gained 5 armor.
Do you
Made a
think-
5/5.
I don't know. It is only 5 cards and only 5 armor. Okay, right.
Do you think Blizzard will ever make a 10 mana card?
All right, just a bunch of Jenga blocks just fell down behind us. Don't worry, everyone's fine.
Apart from the Jenga blocks.
Will we ever get a stronger 10 mana card in Hearthstone than Ultimate Infestation? I can't imagine it.
Yogg-Saron. Pre-nerf.
Ultimate Infestation is better.
You think?
You can...
Ultimate Infestation does the things you want Yogg to do.
Yeah, nowadays, yeah.
Ultimate Infestation is just Yogg without the random effect.
Could have been that Ultimate Infestation is the pinnacle of Hearthstone power.
I quite like it when my Yogg-Saron summons Call of the Wild.
Or
Am I just a bit fussy, though, maybe?
Or you cast Ultimate Infestation from Yogg. It's even better.
Yeah, unless you've got a full hand.
Nah, it still works out better. Just burn all the cards. The problem here now for Ant, he's trying to piece together what he needs to do to win this game, but this looks like one of those boards that Druid has stabilized, and that's always a big, big problem. As we said, next up, if Ant can't win this game, he has Jade Druid going to Big Druid, and that's scary in itself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna clear, trade, make the corridor for 0.
Gonna trade the Enchanter this turn. I think that makes sense after the last game.
There is a Mr. Oak Cheese, though.
There is a Mr. Oak Cheese, but he can't pull out Enchanter, which is very important. Thijs does only run one of those cards.
Yeah, but here's a...
Dragon Hatch is pretty scary, though.
Yeah. Even without the Enchanter, yeah. How many dragons have been used? We've seen one Primordial Drake, there's Deathwing and Ysera in hand. So Deathwing Dragon Lord, second Primordial Drake, Sleepy Dragon. There's still a bunch that Thijs can pull out.
And you just used a Valspine, so...
Thijs is counting.
Just one of those average Maya keepers. Just working out whether he can die, right?
Yeah,
Just seeing if there's any combination that kills him next turn if he doesn't trade.
So Leroy Shadowstep Cold Blood is the most from hand.
Have we even seen Cold Blood from Ant? I don't think so.
We've not seen many Cold Bloods this tournament at all, actually.
So technically he would die today.
Didn't get the Taunt Dragon either.
Firefly into Elven Minstrel isn't even enough to let Ant play Valspine Slayer afterwards if the Minstrel draws the Valspine Slayer.
Well, that's not the smallest board.
Would you say it's a pretty big board?
It's a pretty big board.
Yeah.
Easy big board. Play one card. He played one card and has a full board of 10 drops. Easy. So he has to Firefly into Minstrel. Pray to Jesus.
And they're more than likely just play the Van Cleave. They don't always drawing, right?
Pray to Ben Bro.
He's just dead. And it's just one of those moments where you just stare at the screen, you're like, is there anything that works here? Oh, no there isn't. Oh, it's gonna go for Starfall.
He can't even hope for a disconnect because of the pause
It's
feature.
fixed.
Was that really a strat before Gara?
Yeah.
Hope for the disconnect.
Does have Leroy now, but it's only going to get worse from here as this is still off the back of an Ultimate Infestation turn.
Ooh.
So whenever the Druid fills up their hand, it gets a little bit scary, and this is probably going to be the end of the end for this game at least. Second Ultimate Infestation going to clear it up. Thijs evens up the series.
Is this going to
Did
be
you just
another
say
reverse sweep with
The
Druid?
end of the end.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
People say it's the beginning of the end, right?
The end.
I'd say this is more like the middle of the end. We
The
still have another
end
game
of
to come.
end.
The end of the end.
The end of the end.
Yeah, of end.
It's the way
end of the
Gara
end.
says end sounds like end. Okay, all right.
The player end.
Not the creature.
No.
Not the bug.
All of them together.
You know,
It's
Ant's
like
got an ant tattoo on him.
Ant.
Does he actually?
Oh, really? No way.
It's just so small you can't see it.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
All right, on that note, let's jump into game number 5.
So,
It's a one-to-one scaling of an actual.
who has the Vigrove? Who has the J Blossom?
There's a My Keeper on the left side here with Thijs. And a Wild Goose and a Jade Blossom for Ant. So maybe he can ramp up fast enough to win this one.
Maybe he can ant up fast enough.
You like to see green cards if you're the Jade Druid.
I mean, pretty much every card in the deck is green.
Except
right?
Aya, Ultimate Infestation, Kuhn. Kuhn is Kuhn green?
No.
He's brownish.
Quinn is, yeah, brown.
But he himself is green. I think, right?
Jade Blossom now for Thijs, though. Could wait and the next turn just Jade Blossom into Nourish, coin out a 9-drop later. There's no reason to coin out the Wild Growth now. It's like, oh, he's got My Keeper next turn.
Yeah, of course you can't.
Yeah.
Out.
I hadn't noticed the My Keeper there.
Of course. Sounds like Pavel.
Ramp.
Born Mirror.
I play ramp, I play big minions.
Easy.
I am Druid.
6 mana's unlocked now for our next turn, which means he's going to be able to play and get those Jade Behemoths down, which are actually kind of awkward against the early tools that Druid uses for ramp, like Maya Keeper, like, you know, what is it called? What's the 3/1 ramp card now? Not that Thijs isn't playing
Greedy
it, but
Sprite.
that's it, yeah. Jade Behemoth is a very good shape.
We saw one player playing Greedy Sprite this tournament. I think Nicolana was playing it in her Big Druid.
Again, Thijs having to play Drakari, and he doesn't want to ever draw that card in his deck. That's not what the card's for. The card is to come out from Okar.
It's like drawing patches, except you actually have 9 turns or more to do it.
Has another just Ysera on 9 mana for Thijs. Dropping it as soon as possible. Not much else he can do. And dream number 10 of this matchup.
Well, dreaming these Jade cards is not so good.
Try and draw with the Wrath first. I think Ant does need to try and go aggressive here. And remember, Branching Paths can get +1 attack twice.
That's true. That's true.
That's actually a lot of damage. Like Savage Roll.
That's a card I'd forgotten about a little bit. So you think Ant just wants to go wide? Then there is, of course, the concern of spreading Plague.
But there's always the concern of
Yeah.
spreading Plague.
So
Right? That's the problem.
It's like playing around Brawl, right? Like sometimes you just have to hope it's not there.
Yeah, and one of the issues is, in this matchup, it's not like your singular big Jades can like beat up on your opponent's minions. It's like, well, actually, Thijs has bigger minions than Jades for most of the game.
Bigger minions than Jades?
I like Fenrir the most. Like,
Yeah, Fandor Wrath.
your opponent wants to play big minions, but as soon as you see Fenrir, you kind of want to remove it.
Yeah, but come on. Thijs has just played Ysera. He obviously has a dream in his hand. Obviously.
Easy replay.
That was good, though.
So, maybe... Yeah, cool Ultimate Infestation.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, those two cards.
It's
are
a 27 mana play. Like, let's do it.
Wait, it's a 27 mana play?
Yeah, Ultimate Infestation is worth 17 mana.
Oh, okay.
Everyone agrees on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's a 17 mana card.
Would you play that card in your deck if it costs 17 mana?
I would play it in every class. Is there a class you would not play Ultimate Infestation? Any archetype you would not play Ultimate Infestation?
Yeah.
Even in Quest Mage you would play.
Aggro
Of course
Paladin.
you would play. Huh?
Aggro Paladin.
You would definitely play Ultimate Infestation.
What?
Paladin.
You kill him by turn 5?
Fatigue Warrior.
Dude, you curve out Tyrion in Ultimate Infestation.
You don't play Tyrion in Aggro Paladin either.
Dude, you would
Curve
just,
out at Tarim.
you would just play it because it's Ultimate Infestation.
You just put it in because, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you take out Divine Favors,
It's a
right?
comeback tool. Or win tool.
Don't need to come back if you're ahead.
You just win. You play the cards and you just win.
Jade's out starting to get, to a threatening number now. Anything past like 5+, starts to get a little bit worrying, even for Big Druid, because it's either going to have to be taunts, which they can often hit through, or they just can set a 1 to 2 turn lethal.
I mean, Ant has his own Ultimate Infestation, but that's a big board.
So is Thijs just hoping? Is Ant just hoping for no taunts?
Wait, it's like a guaranteed deafing, right? Almost. If there's not a second primordial break.
Is Sleepy Dragon out?
Oh, yeah.
Sleepy, yeah. Start naming the dragons after the dwarfs.
Oh.
Will there be Happy Dragon?
Oh,
Grumpy
yes,
Dragon?
Dragon. But that's also good.
Sneezy Dragon?
There's
Oh, yeah.
Deathwing Dragon Lord. He's going to pull out the Primordial Drake if he goes down, but this is the point now where this is just a struggle.
How does Ant ever come back from this?
He didn't get off fast enough. That's the problem.
You know, Ultimate Infestation can't do it. But maybe Yogg could have.
Four pyros to face.
They'd go own face. Let's be realistic.
So you have to ultimate.
Dream is just wrecked, Ant. Series.
Yeah,
And you have to kill Sleepy Drake.
Ant's going to be having nightmares tonight.
I mean, if Thijs would not have any dragons in hand, it's kind of like fine, right? It's not so bad. From his perspective.
Yeah, even the Wrath just to combine with the Drake as well is kind of nuts. You can actually just clear the board off. Well, all but the 2/3, but who cares? I think you do, right? Just clear all the board with Wrath and Drake and then just hit for 17.
Yeah. It almost doesn't matter what Thijs does. Just play any big minion. Like even if you would go for another Sleepy,
Yeah, I just mean this is just clean, right?
it wouldn't be so bad, yeah.
Also, you know that one's Dragon Hatcher, right?
Monka is. He's like, that was his face. It's like, come on. Come on.
Yeah, Ant's looking pretty sad around now.
He literally looks very sad. This is as
He's
sad
got
as well.
his bottom lip out, right? Just why this abuse, Thijs? Why the big minions?
Why are they so big?
I'll be happy when my Keeper rotates out.
Yeah,
Yeah, keep going. I mean, you have now the
greedy sprite.
greedy sprite, and we will probably get more ramp next expansion because that's
Yeah.
how we.
No. I'm putting a hard no on the extra ramp for Druid.
Just call up Ben Brode. Ben,
Give him a shout.
no more ramp.
We've already had a meeting about it.
Ah.
Put my foot down. No more ramp. No more ramp for you, Mr. Malfurion.
Well, then they will get a druid recruit card, 5 mana. Pull any minion from your deck.
5 mana, recruit 5 mana crystals.
And then they're like, take that, Raven. It's not a ramp card. Haha.
Come on, throw a deck hand at me.
Yeah, that's exactly how they will reply.
If Raven gets his way, Hunters will get ramp.
Hunters will just get card draw if I get my way.
Okay.
Dude, that card in Arena that Hunters have is insane.
Which one?
I want to say it's called Reload. It's like discard your hand and draw 3 or something, or draw 2. 3.
Oh, right. It's not a card that's in
Yeah,
construction.
it's the
Right.
special arena
Yeah.
ones they were talking about.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh, give me that card in normal. In standard.
That's what the community voted for.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Oh no, they didn't. Community didn't vote that card in. They voted the it was one that was way more boring than drawing a ton of cards as Hunter. It was like an arena card. I mean, what sense does that make, voting an arena card into arena? This is going to be... We're talking about random stuff now because this is just, I would say, way more than an uphill climb for Ant.
It's
Apparently Ants can,
I'd say it's a vertical climb.
Druid has been performing really well this tournament.
Ants can climb up walls. I've seen them do it. But this wall might just be too sleepy.
And he's hoping for no dragons.
Boom.
That's another 9 drop.
4-12 with Tide. Ow.
Bam!
That is
That's
gonna be
do
game.
it.
Thijs takes it 3-2. Reverse sweep with the easy big, easy dragon, easy druid, easy series.